All right, Darlington and the Xfinity car. These are my settings here. So 16 to 1 plus 2. I'm going to go 57. Anywhere around there should be fine, mainly for entry at turn 3. But the car does like to start sliding at a certain point, so you don't want to go too low. And then it's a little brake tap into turn 1. Some people can get away with not using the brake tap into turn 1, and I just think that they're absolute aliens, and I don't know how that's humanly possible. Like, I remember so there was a college series time trial here, and I was teaching someone how to hot lap here, and I was just missing like a tenth somewhere. And I just could not for the life of me figure out where I was missing the tenth. And it was because while I was brake tapping to stable my car and enter turn 1, there were people that were holding like 50% throttle entering turn 1. And it's just like, I can't, the amount of precision that takes, because the car is just so unstable there. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the second lap hot lap. That's why I'm yapping, because first lap we're not going to be doing anything. But like, people are able to like hold the throttle like this into the corner. Like, I have to brake there. I just have to. And then you want to turn down and late apex and straighten out that corner as much as possible. And okay, so we're gonna set up here. I'm gonna set up with an early brake. Just keep it off the wall, kind of get it up high, turning down, hopefully, keeping it straight. Easy to get that little nudge there on the wall, but shouldn't do anything there for us. So we're gonna get down here, a little brake tap, bring it up to the wall. And then I want to turn it down, get that late apex. There we go. It was a little bit late, but it did the job. Now I'm gonna early brake. Just gonna go in the middle, hope I don't get in the wall here. And bring it back down. Try to get that run. There we go. Do one more lap for the hell of it. Little brake tap. Yeah, see how loose it gets there? Can you imagine not braking there? Ooh. Ah, dang it. That didn't happen. I'm gonna go for a lower 3 and 4, have it slide up. Some people do this. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't think it's close, right? That was the other line that I had in mind, and I think that line might be the best line. That's what I really wanted to try. So I'm going to show you guys both of them. I definitely got 1 and 2 better on the first go around. So we'll go there first. Okay, so actually, let me turn this down a little bit. So I turned down the hill, aiming at this white line right here. A little bit of a brake tap right before I hit the white line. And again, some people don't do this and they're crazy. And then I pick up the throttle immediately. You can pick it up to half at least. And then I just try to bring it up and up and up and just try to get the car parallel to the wall right at the top. And then at this lift kits for less sign, I don't usually say to use markers, but this corner is so crazy that I use this marker for hot lap. At the lift kits for less sign, I try to turn back down the track. And that's about the point where you can get the late apex at the perfect moment. Okay, let's look at that without pausing. So smooth off throttle, brake right before you get to the bottom, pick up the throttle instantly, keep it parallel with the wall. Lift kits for less, you turn down by getting off the throttle, and then late apex on the throttle. Okay, 3 and 4. This lap, I go for the middle entry, and the car slides up. See how this car is sliding up? That there's just not a lot of grip here, and you might want to raise your brake bias and use more brake. That's one of the arguments that you can make, but then you have less rotation on the brake tap on your corner entry into 1. So the thing about Darlington is both corners are so different that you're never going to have the perfect setup for both corners. So here, I might have wanted to brake a little earlier. I'm trying to avoid this slide up. And it's kind of crazy that I kept it off the wall, but it ended up being okay for what it was. If I'm going to do that slide up, I would rather do what I did on the second lap and just shortcut the track and do it earlier down here. So like you enter on the white line, let the car slide all the way up. And then once you get to the top, you just drive it off like you're rim riding. And that's what a lot of people do. There's a lot of answers to hot lap at Darlington in 3 and 4. I kind of like this. I kind of like the hold the brake till you get to the top, pick up the throttle half. As it starts to rotate, you raise the throttle, and you exit like you were up there the whole time. That's my opinion on that. In terms of long run, there's a couple things that people do. I say that people do. I'm not the most confident Darlington driver in the world. I get by, but sometimes I feel as along on the ride as you guys do. The thing about the 1 and 2 Darlington line, like that doesn't change unless it gets slicked off so much that people have to avoid it. 3 and 4, you just brake early enough to where the car's not sliding up in the corner. That slide up that we had in the hot lap is something you really, really want to avoid. Just because that's tire wear right front. Little brake tap there, bring it up to the wall. This you can't really do much about. See, I had to kind of stay off the gas, not hit the wall there. You gotta be smart about it. So I'm gonna early brake here and just try to run the bottom. Really trying not to get any of the slide up. And you see that's actually working out for me. It's gonna come back on me on the exit though. Like, see how that wasn't really any slower? I think it's just you want to earlier brake than you think into turn 3. Very easy to dive bomb the corner and treat it like it's another diamond corner. But if you don't have to diamond the corner, you shouldn't diamond the corner because diamonding is pretty bad on the tires. So if you can just early brake here, keep it on the bottom. Yeah, diamond a little bit, but we're not sliding up 3 lanes. Every lane that you slide up is just extra cheese grater that's going on your rubber. Hardest part is keeping turn 1 and 2 consistent, especially while talking. I knew I was going to do that too, which is kind of funny. That didn't happen. 3 and 4 you can also run closer to the top. This is especially good when lines start to slick off because of the dynamic track. Some people run a little bit lower at this part of the track once everything slicks off. That was not great. Like, the car rotated fine, but I really didn't get to the bottom there. I'm gonna brake early and harder here. Yeah, I don't want that slide up. That's tire wear that I didn't need to have whenever my car slides up more than like half a lane. I might be starting to get tight too from my little excursion with the wall there. But that didn't happen, so I don't know why my car is pretending like it did. That's better getting to the bottom. Still miss it a little bit, but you don't have to be perfect. You just gotta survive, right? No one's passing there. There we go. And you see I'm just holding the brake till I know it's sticking. We'll do one more lap here. Like, the way that you drive the car really doesn't change too much. Like, lap times are going to fall off a ton, but you're not going to feel that different. Like, the car is going to be a little bit more annoying to drive, but you're not changing fundamentally anything that you're doing. The goals never change. Like, sliding up and destroying my tires was not my goal. But you'll probably see here, like, my tires probably aren't great even after that little run there. Oh, especially if I'm locking them up trying to get to a stop. But yeah, 97, 96. So that right rear is very vulnerable in the Xfinity car. So you really want to avoid the sliding. Easiest place to slide is going to be off of turn 2 because you're going to be trying to turn down the hill and the right rear is going to want to kick out because you're asking too much of it. It's a fine balance. It's going to take a lot of practice, but those are the goals that you're going to be looking for, just those shapes in the corners. You want to make that big diamond in 1 and 2, but you don't want to get down too early, but you don't want to miss the bottom. Then 3 and 4, long run, when you're under braking, brake early enough to where your car doesn't slide up in the corner, and you should be good to go on tires. All right, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all on the track.